Phases are the different periods of time in a Revit project. Examples of phases would be the existing building, demolition plans, and new construction plans. To create these different phases of time inside of a Revit project, we need to come underneath the Manage tab and select on Phases. And this will bring up the Phasing dialog box. The Phasing dialog box currently has two phases set up inside of it. The first one is the existing phase, and the second one is the new construction phase. Well, I'd like to be able to add a demolition phase between these two phases. To do that, come over here underneath Insert and select on After. What that did is inserted after the first phase another phase. If you click where it has phase 1, type in the word demo. So this is going to be our demolition phase. Really, these could be named anything that we want it to be. It could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or January, February, March. The point of it being is that anything at the top of the list is in the past, and anything toward the bottom of the list is going to be in the future. Move your mouse down and select on OK. Now we have those three different periods of time set up in the Revit project, but the next thing we need to be able to do is have three views, in this case three first floor plan views, that show each of those periods of time. If you move to your project browser, you'll see a level 1 floor plan view. Right-click on that, and let's create two copies of this level 1 floor plan view. Each of these copies are going to have a different period of time from what the current level 1 view has. Select on Duplicate View and Duplicate. Do that exact same process again. Right-click on level 1, go to Duplicate View, and Duplicate. Let's give each one of those a unique name now. On one of your copies, right-click and select Rename. And we'll just call this one Level 1 Existing. And select on OK. For your other copy, rename it Level 1 Demo. And the final one, which is our original view, right-click on that, rename it Level 1 New, which stands for Level 1 New Construction, and select on OK. If it asks you, would you like to rename the corresponding levels and views, just tell that no. Now double-click where we have the Level 1 Existing so that we've activated that view. Next, come down on the Properties and scroll down to the bottom of your Properties, and you'll notice that the current phase for this is New Construction. We don't want that. We want this to be Existing. So change that to say Existing, and then click on the Apply button. Click inside of your drawing area, move up here to the Architecture tab, and select the Wall command. Now, it doesn't matter which type of wall that we do or the dimensions of the wall. We're just drawing in some walls that we're going to ultimately do some demolition to, and then we'll see how these walls look in the new construction phase. Click once, and then click again once you have a wall that's maybe 100 feet long. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but just close to it. Draw another wall straight down. And I'm doing roughly a 100 by 100 building, but it doesn't need to be perfect. Once you have your 4 walls, draw a few interior walls as well. In my case, I'm drawing just 3 interior walls like this. When you finally have your walls done, hit Escape a couple of times on your keyboard in order to finish off the command. Once you've done that, just verify that in fact this is the existing phase. Also, if you select on one of your walls, you'll see that the phase created for that wall was the existing phase. And as of right now, it's never been demolished, or the phase demolished is set at none. To get out of the command, just make sure you hit Escape a couple of times on the keyboard. Next, what we want to do is move into our demo plan. So double-click on Level 1 Demo. The first thing you might notice is it looks like all your walls have went away, and the reality of it is that they kind of have, but they still exist inside of your project. If your walls go away or they look like they've kind of vanished, in my case you can start to see they've actually come back, which is what I'd expect. Move over here to Properties, come down here to the bottom, and change this phase from being New Construction to Demo, and click on Apply. We are now in the demo phase of our project. And if we select on one of these interior walls, we'll have the ability to select on Revit's Demolish tool, which looks like a big sledgehammer. So click the sledgehammer up there and click on each of these interior walls. And you'll see that each of these walls have now gotten demolished, or they're getting demolished, and they have the right line and style associated with them for a demolished wall. Move once again back to your project browser and double-click on Level 1 New. You may need to move your mouse into the drawing area in order to be able to see the view display. Here, though, we can see that all these walls are our existing walls, and the demoed walls are no longer there in this new environment. Why? Because they've been demolished and they've been taken out of the project. So to add some more walls in, simply go up to Architecture, pick on the Wall tool, and draw in an extra wall or two here in the project. And hit Escape a couple times on the keyboard whenever you're done. What this will have done, if we double-click on Level 1 Existing underneath Floor Plans, is we'll be able to see the way that this building looked like in an existing view, the way the building looks in a demo view, as well as the way the building looks in a Level 1 new construction view. So phases are set up by telling each view which period of time that they need to be associated with. Also, the original phasing is set up from underneath the Manage tab and creating the appropriate phases in your phasing dialog box.